Any state highway, you have to have a 150-foot setback from the right-of-way line to a residential lot. Not commercial, but residential. With 319, this seemed a little bit excessive, or quite excessive, because 319 is a dead-end road, and it's a 35-foot, 35 mile per hour. And as you go down the road, it becomes 25 miles an hour as you get closer to the state park. So, as I mentioned, currently any state highway is 150-foot setback. And we feel that that need is there for highways like Highway 40, where you've got 20,000 ADT, and anticipate to go up even higher. But on 319, we don't see the need to have that 150-foot setback. Another reason is that 319 has a 160-foot right-of-way, deeded right-of-way to UDOT. So if we were to measure another 150 feet outside of that 160-foot right-of-way, we end up having huge setbacks. So this was the applicant's proposed language. They're underlined. An exception to this requirement is allowed along SR 319, where the setback requirement is 50 feet. The proposed language would be, due to traffic volumes, posted speed limits, and that the road is a dead end, the next exception to this requirement is allowed along SR 319, where the setback requirement shall be 85 feet from the center line of SR 319 or 50 feet from the right-of-way, whichever is greater.
What did you say the ADT was on this?
1,200.
That's not going to increase a whole lot. If it's 16,000 like Clay Creek Road was.
I mean, it'll increase with the development, but I don't see it going.
Can you go back to that slide?
Yeah. Which slide? This one? This is the one you're looking for.
That's fine.
So the findings are that State Route 319 has a 160-foot right-of-way right now. SR 319 will never be a through road. SR 319 has a speed limit of 35 miles per hour. ADT is approximately 1,200. And Highway 40 to the Mayflower interchange, by comparison, is approximately 20,000 ADTs. This was unanimously approved by the Planning Commission. The motion there was typed incorrectly. It says recommend approval of County Council with 50-foot right-of-way, so it's 50-foot setback from the right-of-way, subject to the findings and conditions.
Okay. Any questions for Doug on this before we go to?
Was there any consideration of similar to what we did on Lake Creek Road, or buffer between the road and the development, such as a berm?
There wasn't, no.
Just a little different than Lake Creek Road in the amount of, I would say, the amount of trips probably.
There's room for the developer to put a berm in there if you choose to do that.
What we're seeing right now, at least with the project that Lee Burbidge is doing, is that he's doing the berm there. I'm not saying that'll happen if it's not legislated, but maybe more desirable, I think.
I think that, you know, a well-maintained berm with that individual field, 319 would be from the state park.
The state park has expressed in our last public lands meeting the problems they have with that road and the backup of traffic, and they're continually concerned about the interface they're going to have in the future with residential development in the state park.
Yeah.
I would think a berm would be a really good idea.
Okay. Thanks, Doug.
If you want to, I don't know any way other than legislating that in the code if you want to see to make sure.
Okay. Representatives from the Jack Johnson Group. Doc, you good? Okay.
What's your thought on a berm or some kind of visual break?
I think it's likely to happen one way or the other. But, I mean, if that were to be a stipulation, it would probably be okay, but it sounds like it needs to be a code change. So.
In the most recent discussions that have been talked about, in fact, that it would make a much nicer yard.
To have a detail, I mean, an exact break between the right of way and residential property.
Now, you know, bear in mind on the other side, at some point, maybe there's going to be some commercial properties, and that's a different discussion maybe with respect to a berm, so I don't know if it should apply to the whole road, but
We could address that on a one-by-one basis as those commercial properties get approval.
Yeah, I kind of like the 50-foot setback change here, and then whatever makes sense. I don't know how we make that work.
We could put that in our, we could address that as part of the condition of giving the approval for the 50-foot. We could put the berm requirement in there.
Well, I either have to be a code or we can do it in the development agreement. That's a requirement. Let's put it in the code then.
I'm good with it the way it is, but it doesn't sound like sounds like the majority would like to require that. But I don't want to assume. That's where I'm good with what the
Without a berm,
planning,
I'm probably not going to.
with the planning commission recommendation, but I'm probably in the minority, so just listening. So I guess we can go ahead. You're good? You want to move forward with the vote?
No, I just heard that without the berm, we don't have enough votes.
Can we do a berm?
I would like to know what a berm entails, what your
that's-
understanding of a berm is.
To bring that up tonight and throw that in without having the details,
Yeah, I mean, can we say width and height? Is that what you're looking for? Or
No, what do you call a berm?
some type of a physical separation of earth that's probably 10 feet tall, 15 feet wide, funded with landscaping,
For what purpose?
or a visual and sound, just a separation between the residential and the state park,
The state park or the highway?
the highway, and the state.
By the highway.
Preliminary anyway.
Just a visual appeal. I don't agree.
I just don't know how to not expose the planning part of the deal to the whole mess because of it. But I think in reality, you're going to see a berm. It's better for us as well as it is for everybody else on that side. But I think we could work that through maybe in a development agreement conversation, or better yet, between preliminary and final plat.
yeah, I
Just
mean,
need some more time to go through that.
it feels like a preliminary discussion to me, but
yeah, I would
because
say
then you've identified a certain area you're dealing
And we
with.
don't, I'll do that.
how we're agendaed tonight is to allow any, change this to the 50-foot setback, right, or to allow a, is it 80 or 50? It says 50 in your report, it's 80 on the,
To the center line.
It's advertised as 80 at the top with the attorney's office, and they felt like we still have enough discretion to be able to say 50.
The road under 50.
We have a written ordinance.
Yes.
So it would be a first reading of the proposed ordinance.
Yeah.
So the decision tonight would be whether to send it on or send it back, or,
Unless you're counting the planning commission public hearing as a first reading.
you know, it's the council's to it.
so this is different than just the land use that we're typically seeing. This is an ordinance change. So in the motion, we could put that before we get to a next reading, put some language in there about a berm. I'm good either way. I'm just hearing that you're not going to get support unless we put something in. I'm good with the way it's written
But
up.
this code is for all state roads. This isn't just for State Road 319, so you would be adding a berm everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's a case.
This is just
No,
for
it's
319.
an
exception.
319.
Yeah, this is.
I don't want to do it for all state roads.
Yeah, and I think we do it on 319 based on that it's not a high, it's a dead end and not a high traffic. I mean, that's why I'm comfortable doing what's proposed here, but I don't know how we add that in there at this without starting over, if that's what, unless you want to come back.
If you want to have general language, there's a vegetated earthen berm along SR 319 due to the narrower setback from right of way. And that leaves a lot of discretion on what that means. We can work through it with the applicant preliminary.
Make that part of a motion or a
We'll see
condition.
that, yeah.
We could add condition number, whatever, that there's some sort of a berm, and are you okay with that if we add that in, or would you like specific? Because I think if we get very specific, we're gonna need to go back to the drawing board and do that, so. You okay with that? And
How do we know with that, I guess, how do I know that
Yeah,
it's not
you
gonna be 2
don't-
feet tall? Can
you
we put
don't.
a 10-foot height,
Yeah, you
roughly
don't.
height in it? And
Well, we can make that condition that preliminary.
Yeah, you got long
Yeah.
to go.
But I think
This is
you
a
need-
broader discussion.
I think
we
it
can
needs
make
to be
this
in
work.
here in the general concept that an earthen berm or some kind of visual separation.
Yeah, I'd rather leave it general in here, and then when they come in with preliminary, you know where driveways are and.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Anything else from the applicant?
Can it be pointed towards residential then instead of all along?
I think that's the intent, isn't it? If it's commercial, I think it'd be indifferent, or do you guys think?
Commercial side, we want to be able to have people see that it's commercial.
your business and what's there.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Amend the motion.
Well, we gotta have a public hearing first. Yeah, we're still with the applicant, and then we're gonna open it up for public hearing. So, any other comments for the applicant, or does the applicant have any further? Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll now open item number 2 up for public comment. This is to allow a 50-foot setback on Highway 319. Jack Johnson Group representatives are stitching Mayflower. Any public comment on this item as it's been presented? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and come back to the council for action.
Mr. Chairman, I'd be happy to make a motion on this. After reviewing it and looking at what we have like on Lake Creek Road, they could have a possibility of 16,000 ADTs every day. And we've got homes that are 30 feet from the road, and their driveways back up to that road. And here, this is going from 150 to 50 with the recommendation of the berm. So I make the motion that we approve the requested for the amended ordinance to allow the 50-foot setback from the UDOT right-of-way with the recommendation on placing a berm in the residential areas and work with the planning department on the details for that. Include all other conditions and findings as well.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mr. Davis.
We've got to go to a second reading.
Okay. Okay. We'll approve this for that. So your motion was all that to go to a second reading?
Go to the second reading.
Okay. Got that, Rick?
Yes.
We good? Okay, we've got a motion by Councilmember Peterson. Do we have a second?
Yes.
Second from Councilmember Park. Any further discussion on the motion? I'll proceed to vote. Mr. Park?
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you.